It was the morning of August 6, 1945. In Hiroshima, Japan, the city stretched along the Otar River, calm and unaware of what was coming. Wooden houses lined the streets, their paper windows fluttering gently in the early breeze. Small shops opened for business, and the smell of food drifted through the air. Children laughed as they ran to school, oblivious to the weight of history pressing down around them. Factories hummed with activity, sending smoke slowly into the clear blue sky. Soldiers moved through the streets, some training, others delivering messages. Hiroshima looked alive, ordinary, peaceful. But that calm was about to shatter forever. For nearly 6 years, Japan had been at war. The conflict had spread across Asia and the Pacific. Cities burned, civilians suffered, resources ran dangerously low. Yet the government refused to surrender, clinging to honor and the defense of the homeland. Families endured shortages of food and fuel, living under constant fear of air raids. Even so, Hiroshima continued quietly, a city of commerce, education, and daily life. Far away, in the United States, a secret project was changing the future of warfare. Hidden laboratories gathered brilliant scientists, working behind locked doors and guarded walls. They were part of the Manhattan Project, tasked with unlocking the power hidden inside the atom. Many struggled with the moral weight of their work, but the pressure of war pushed them forward. They were building a weapon the world had never seen before. On July 16, 1945, the desert of New Mexico was lit by an unnatural light. The Trinity test had begun. A blinding flash tore through the darkness, followed by a thunderous shockwave. A massive mushroom cloud rose into the sky, and the atomic age was born. Weeks later, the B-29 bomber Enola Gay prepared for its mission. Its silver body gleamed under the sun, while the crew carried a terrible secret. Inside the aircraft was Little Boy, a bomb with the power of 15,000 tons of TNT. Below, Hiroshima continued its morning routine. Merchants filled the streets. Students walked to class. Workers crossed bridges over the river. At exactly 8:15 a.m., Little Boy was released. Seconds later, the sky turned white. The explosion detonated midair, unleashing heat hotter than the surface of the sun. Buildings collapsed instantly. Bridges twisted and vanished. A firestorm consumed entire neighborhoods, turning wood, flesh, and steel into ash. People were vaporized in an instant. Others were thrown violently across streets and rivers. Burned shadows of human beings were etched permanently into walls and steps. A deafening roar filled the city. Then came an eerie silence. Those who survived the blast soon discovered the horror was not over. Hair began to fall out, skin blistered, bodies weakened without warning. Radiation sickness spread silently, confusing doctors who had never seen anything like it. Hospitals overflowed with the wounded, yet supplies were scarce and power was gone. Survivors wandered the streets in shock, calling out for loved ones who would never answer. Entire neighborhoods were reduced to ruins. Many fled toward the river, hoping water would save them from the flames. From above, Hiroshima looked erased, a city reduced to scorched earth. 3 days later, history repeated itself. A second bomb, Fat Man, was dropped on Nagasaki. Another city vanished beneath fire and smoke. Faced with total destruction, Japan finally surrendered on August 15, 1945. The war was over, but the suffering had only begun. By the end of the year, more than 140,000 people in Hiroshima were dead. Many more would die in the years that followed. The bombings shocked the world. Debates erupted immediately. Was it necessary? Could it ever be justified? Humanity had created a weapon capable of destroying itself. Yet from the ashes of Hiroshima, a story of resilience emerged. The survivors, known as Hibakusha, carried their pain and memories forward. They rebuilt their city and shared their stories so the world would never forget. Hiroshima became a symbol, not just of destruction, but of warning. Today, the city stands rebuilt and alive, yet the scars of history remain. Memorials and museums honor the victims, preserving their voices for future generations. The atomic bomb dome still stands, a silent witness to unimaginable loss. Hiroshima's legacy is a reminder: when knowledge is used without wisdom, destruction follows. And when humanity chooses remembrance and peace, hope can rise from even the darkest moments.